Hello, fellow lights and light travelers. Welcome again to another reading here at Light Journeys Tarot. Just wanted to say this week's reading came through with a lot of energy from the Divine Feminine, asking or inviting rather for the collective to connect, to allow flow, and to get out of those old stuck mindsets, to allow in that abundance that is right around the corner and that wonderful light and sunshine that is on its way. So sending you all lots of light. I believe in you all. Again, as always, take these readings as entertainment and educational purposes only. Take what resonates, leave the rest. And I look forward to seeing you all again next week. Hello, fellow lights. We're going to go ahead and get started with this reading. This week, I'm going to be using Symbolica Tarot by Chi Chi. I like to switch out my decks, support other artists who have created these things. Just give a little shout out for the artistry and the work that they put forth into these decks. It's beautiful. All right, so let's get started and see what messages want to come through for the collective. Okay, we'll take those since they popped out. Let's see how many there are. 1, 2. Okay, let's pull one more. This one, the Hanged Man in reverse. So let's start with the first card. The Empress is about that divine feminine energy, that nurturing, that connection with the earth. So let's see what's coming through with this. I'm like immediately drawn to two things. One, I'm seeing this crown. What is this crown? Divinity, royalty, but it's just, I keep hearing divine feminine. I was drawn to the Taurus energy, which is like a very stable, earthy sign. And this heart. So, right, this female symbol and this heart. So, like coming from a very loving space. I'm seeing this flow, this river. So, this flow of time, this is something that's always been here. And what I'm drawn to is, even though you kind of have this scepter and this crown and you don't see the figure, what is coming through is that although it is not physically manifest, it is eternal and it is flowing, and it always has been and it always will be. So this is both the earth and the stars. This is the divine feminine presence that is here, that's coming from the heart space, and that's a way to connect through. The key to unlock the locket is stepping into that feminine earth energy and grounding it into the earth. Grounding it into the earth to connect through. And it is something that is flowing through time, the rivers of time, the Akashic records. This is something that will never not be. It will always be. It always has been. It always will be. It's always here for you. It's always loving and connected. And you are not alone. So even though you don't see it, if you feel into it, if you just look around with your eyes and connect with nature, you will be able to reconnect, unlock that energy, and bring it forth once again. All right. So the Ten of Cups for me is always like family, completion. This is harmony. This is alignment. Let's see. I'm like immediately drawn to the footsteps in this card. The poem, it's like a religious poem that, the set of footprints in the sand, and there was always two sets of footprints in the sand, and how come at the hardest times in your life were there only one set of footsteps, and essentially at that time, you know, Source, Spirit, Christ, perhaps the Divine Feminine, steps in to essentially say, it was at those times that things felt the hardest that I carried you. So this feels like this energy is with you, or you're coming back into connection with this energy, this connection of family, this loving vibration of unity and everyone coming together harmoniously. So this could be something that we are stepping into, or what you're currently stepping into. Again, this is love. So this feels very much in attune with the Divine Feminine. So perhaps she is coming forth to reconnect. No, reconnect is wrong. She's always been here. This is a remembrance of her on our parts, so that we realize what always has been. And as they say, she comes in many forms over time. So this has been, you know, Mary Magdalene, you know, the Virgin Mary for some. This has been Hathor. This has been Our Lady of Fatima. This is that feminine energy that shows herself. She is we are connecting with her once more. We are connecting with her once more. And she's always been here. We're just now able to open the frequency in our heart space to know fully the abundance that she brings, and that we have, and that we are together. And this is carving a new pathway. This feels like it's carving a new pathway. And we're creating a new home. So this could be a home here on the earth, or this could be a home within our hearts. But this is being created. And I feel like we are doing the work, and it will be there for future generations as well. For the children, for these tiny footsteps that are coming. This work is being done now, and it's going to be beautiful. So the Hanged Man in reverse is normally looking at things in a different perspective, but this is also about not fighting against the current of how things are going. So it could be in these times that we feel the need to stop perhaps the systems from falling, because this feels unsteady, but it's asking us to release. And in that release, right, we are connecting back up through to the heavens. This is divinely orchestrated, and there is a protection for all here. Everyone, of course, always in this experience support each other and be together and love one another, but know that the sun will shine again, and it will shine more beautifully and brightly than ever before. And that connection from the heavens, the celestial bodies, source, those other dimensions through to earth is going to complete. It's going to come through. It's going to connect. And we are going to be at balance, right? You're balanced here. So even on a tippy toe, it looks like, right? This isn't hanging anymore. This is balancing. We will have that connection, and it will be okay. And there will be balance and brightness and love. So to allow that flow and to open up that heart space with joy and love, and to release the fear, and to know that all is well. All is well. All will be well. And this is going to be more beautiful than we can ever imagine before. I'm going to pull some oracle cards to see what comes through. I'll see if I do two. Right now I'm feeling the guides of the hidden realms. So let's see what comes through. Zenith at the peak. It says victory, achievement, tangible abundance. All right, let's see what this says. Let's move these over. You can still see them, yeah. Okay. Let's see what this says. Okay, let's see what this says. Key concepts, victory, achievement, getting what you want, tangible abundance. In autumn, the harvest reminds us of the nature of abundance and the promise of prosperity, its peak moment of success. Be assured that in your own life, you are moving towards this very zenith of achievement, creativity, and love. You have worked so hard. Can you see how far you've come? As you move forward, you can reach even higher, building upon the foundations of your accomplishments. This natural cycle carries within it a reminder to be humble. Nothing remains at the peak forever. The seasons must change as part of natural law. Accept the fruits of all your hard work, inside and out. Be here now with humility and gratitude, and share your good fortune with others. This is a wonderful time for intimate exchanges and profound connections. Celebrate this peak moment, then keep moving. More adventures and abundance will follow, so make space for them. All right. Beautiful. Thank you, Spirit. We'll pull one more deck to see what else. So that's beautiful. So this loving energy coming through. There's this abundance of love, this connection. I feel this reunion coming through, that things are going to be more beautiful than we've ever felt them before. And to connect and to share this victory and achievement, because this is going to be more beautiful than we've ever seen. All right, let's see what else. Let's pull from Wisdom of the Hidden Realms. The prison waif, self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. Interesting. So this is such an interesting contrast to the abundance, right? The self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. Let's see what it has to say. Can I flip this over here? Let's see if I can fit this. Maybe I can do this. Move this down here. Yeah, that works. Okay, so self-sabotage, poverty consciousness. So ally, when the prison waif arrives, in his realm as your ally, he comes to remind you of the law of paradoxical intent. Your own self-sabotaging thoughts and hidden beliefs are in fact preventing you from your highest good. You might believe that you're doing all you can to manifest your reality, but perhaps you've given into thoughts such as the following. I can't do this. I'm unworthy. I'll fail, so why try? I don't deserve this. I'm unlovable. This to me feels like that when you're trying to stop something here, it feels like it's speaking to the blockage of the flow and to allow and to trust. So when you were in this self-sabotage, this I'm trying to cling on to what was, I need to fix this, or this is so hard I can't do this. This feels like it's speaking to that part of that. Let's see. In fact, you're locked in a prison of your own making. That's good news because it means that you have the key to let yourself out. Right here. Thank you, Spirit, for that. This is the key. I spoke to the key. That's what came through to me, is the key is opening up your heart and trusting and connecting back with that divine feminine energy, that loving abundance. Thank you, Spirit. This is a sign that you need to spend some time with yourself, addressing those beliefs that counter your hard work to get ahead. You can change them if you want to. You don't want to stay in prison, do you? Take inventory of your thoughts. Let yourself out of jail and spend a few minutes outdoors in gratitude. We're talking about connecting with the earth and the stars, right? That outdoor. It's time to let the sun shine in. Right there. Look at that. Thank you, Spirit. So the key, right? We had that blockages. We had that self-sabotage. This, we can't do this. It's too hard. I can't do it. It's asking you to stop. Stop giving into that mentality. Open up your heart, connect to that divine feminine energy, and allow in this abundance, because that sunshine is going to be more beautiful than you can ever imagine. It's going to be gorgeous. And there will be victory, achievement, abundance. There is a zenith coming. There is this beautiful energy coming in. And you're being asked and you're being invited to allow yourself to release your fears, to nurture the belief in yourself, and to know and trust in this connection through your heart chakra space with that divine feminine energy, by meditating, by going out in nature, by connecting the earth to the heavens, and allowing in this abundance, and allowing the sunshine to come in and fulfill you, and fill this earth and your experience as brightly as possible. Things are going to be so beautifully connected. It's going to be unimaginable. So this is beautiful. I thank Spirit for this beautiful message that came through. I send you all forth with light. If you're looking for personal readings, I do offer some in my Etsy shop. For those of you who spent the time here, thank you for your energy. Send you with the best intentions of light and love for your week. And I look forward to seeing you all next week. Thanks again. Bye.